Beyond the sun-drenched coral gardens, the ocean floor drops away into a sapphire void where light begins its slow, final retreat.
In this transition zone, the shadows hold secrets of evolution that have remained unchanged for millions of years. A mimic octopus ripples across the seabed, its skin shifting texture and color to vanish against a patch of volcanic sand.
It assumes the shape of a venomous sea snake, a clever ruse to ward off curious predators prowling the dim waters.
Descending further, we encounter the siphonophore, a living chain of specialized clones drifting like a ghostly ribbon in the dark.
Each segment has a purpose, some for stinging, some for eating, and others for propulsion through the silent deep.
At 500 meters, the twilight zone begins, where the only light is the cold fire of bioluminescence. A hatchetfish stares upward with tubular eyes, its silver body compressed to a thin blade to avoid casting a shadow. Along its belly, rows of light organs mimic the faint glow from above, making it invisible to hunters lurking below. Suddenly, a flash of scarlet erupts. A deep-sea jellyfish pulses, its crimson bells invisible in the redless spectrum of the deep. The jellyfish's tentacles trail for meters, a lethal web designed to catch the tiny drifting crustaceans of the midwater.
A barrel-eye fish glides past, its transparent head revealing green spherical eyes that look through its own skull.
This biological marvel allows it to spot the silhouettes of prey against the dim light without moving its body. Lower still, the pressure becomes crushing, yet life thrives in forms that defy human imagination. An anglerfish waits in the absolute blackness, a single glowing lure dancing above its needle-sharp teeth.
The lure is a symbiotic lantern, home to millions of glowing bacteria that attract the curious to their doom. A small squid, captivated by the light, swims closer, unaware of the predator's frozen patience. With a lightning strike, the anglerfish's jaws expand, engulfing a meal twice the size of its own head.
In the abyss, every meal is a victory against starvation in a desert of darkness. We discover a hydrothermal vent, a black smoker spewing mineral-rich water at temperatures that would melt lead. Giant tube worms cluster around the vent, their bright red plumes absorbing chemicals to feed the bacteria within. These creatures do not need the sun. They live entirely off the Earth's internal heat and chemical energy. Ghostly white crabs scurry over the rocks, scavenging for scraps in the toxic, boiling currents. Further away from the heat, a Dumbo octopus flaps its ear-like fins, dancing gracefully above the silt. It is a rare moment of elegance in a world defined by harsh survival and monstrous forms.
The camera pans to a whale fall, the carcass of a giant that has become an oasis for thousands of scavengers.
Sleeper sharks move in slow motion, their metabolism tuned to the freezing cold as they feast on the bounty. Bone-eating worms, osedacs, spout like tiny flowers from the whale's ribs, dissolving the very skeleton. This feast will last for decades, supporting a complex ecosystem in the middle of the barren mud plains. A dragonfish reveals its secret weapon, a red light beam that it uses like a sniper's infrared scope. Since most deep-sea creatures cannot see red light, the dragonfish hunts in a world where it is the only one with a flashlight. A giant isopod, looking like a prehistoric woodlouse the size of a cat, crawls over a jagged ridge. Its compound eyes reflect the submersible's lights, glowing like twin moons in the darkness. We rise slightly to the Haddle Zone, the deepest trenches on Earth, where the weight of the water is equivalent to an elephant on a thumb. Even here, a snailfish, translucent and fragile, swims calmly, its body adapted to the extreme gravity of the deep.
The secrets beneath the waves are not just of monsters, but of life's incredible persistence against all odds.
As we begin our ascent, the bioluminescent displays fade, replaced by the returning blue of the upper world.
A leatherback turtle dives past us, a bridge between the world of air and the world of eternal night.
The ocean remains the final frontier, a place where every dive reveals a new page in the book of life. Though we return to the surface, the mysteries of the abyss continue to pulse in the rhythmic hearts of the sea.